the Secretary of State at the war zone.
First priority are our friends and family that are now in Gaza.
Meeting with Israelis and providing humanitarian aid to victims as the war against Hamas continues. Cleaning up.
No, I never expected it, no.
After intense storms blew through a Florida city. And peanut allergies can turn into non-serious attacks.
So it can be really difficult.
How a special type of therapy is helping children deal with allergic reactions. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Good morning, South Florida. I'm Julian Davis.
I'm Samantha Gutierrez. Today is Friday, October 13th, 2023.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Ongoing war as the Secretary of State meets Israeli leader while Hamas continues to hold hostages and attacks. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in Israel, vowing U.S. support for Israel's defense against Hamas, the search for hostages, and providing humanitarian channels for civilians caught in the crossfire.
CNN's Laura Geyer has the latest on Blinken's visit with Israel's Prime Minister.
There is no excuse. There is no justification for these atrocities. This must be a moment for moral clarity.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken in Tel Aviv Thursday, meeting with Israeli leaders and survivors of Hamas's bloody attacks on thousands of civilians this week.
First priority are our friends and family that are now in Gaza.
More than 100 hostages, Americans among them, are being held by Hamas. Their exact whereabouts in Gaza unknown. And with another wave of Israeli airstrikes raining down on Gaza Thursday, fear for their safety worsens.
They use hostages as human shields, and they're very willing to give the hostages up to be sacrificed.
We're doing everything we can to secure the release of the hostages, working closely with our Israeli partners.
Hamas is ISIS, and just as ISIS was crushed, so too will Hamas be crushed.
The Prime Minister's office released more evidence of barbaric acts by Hamas militants, including photographs of burned infants. Images that have other Israeli officials pushing back against concerns that Israel's retaliatory strikes are killing civilians in Hamas-run Gaza.
It was an unprovoked attack, a major massacre against civilians. We have no other choice.
We stand with Israel in its determination to do everything possible to ensure that what happened on Saturday never happens again.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
This morning, Governor Ron DeSantis says that he aims to bring home Floridians in Israel. It's been 5 days since the Israel government declared war against the terrorist group known as Hamas. Hundreds of civilians have unfortunately been caught in the crossfire. And the presidential candidate says he believes President Biden is not doing enough. The president announced this week that he will launch an airlift of charter planes to get thousands of Americans out of the war zone. But they only go as far as Europe. DeSantis proposes another solution.
We're leading in Florida. I just signed an executive order. We're going to be sending our own planes, and we're going to be bringing people right back to Florida.
The governor estimates that 20,000 U.S. citizens, including Floridians, are still in Israel. Though no timetable for the flights have been announced, he has been very vocal about bringing his residents home.
A speaker surprise. House Republicans are still scrambling to choose a new speaker after Steve Scalise drops out. Although Scalise was nominated yesterday, he was unable to secure enough votes from those supporting Representative Jim Jordan, who is a strong contender for the position currently. As the conflict in the Middle East intensifies, the House is unable to approve any support.
A tornado outbreak across the Sunshine State, including touchdowns in the Tampa Bay and Orlando areas. Reporter Q McRae from WFTV shows us the damage in Flagler County.
I had a 30-foot roof that came off the back of the house here that was down into footers. Wind took it like it was nothing.
Matthew Poirier recounts the moments the storm rumbled through his neighborhood.
It sounds like a train coming through the house, and that was the best way to describe it.
He has the video proof. This is ring footage of Mother Nature raging past his front door at 4:45 a.m. until she knocks out the power. The damage left behind speaks for itself. His party patio is no more.
I just had gotten done with it too. Just had finished all this work. And 4:44 this morning had other plans.
He called the storm a rude awakening.
My wife, who usually sleeps through anything, woke up and she grabbed the dog, rolled off my side of the bed just to tuck behind the mattress. And the two cats that were in there, they scattered. You weren't going to find them.
What's the
Now,
countdown?
it's time to rebuild.
It's frustration, it's anger.
What's the countdown?
But at the end of the day, we're all safe.
That was Q McRae reporting. Deputies open up an assistance center at a nearby church. They plan to leave it open until at least noon later today.
Co-defendants of former President Trump, Carlos de Oliveira and Walt Nauta, attended court in Fort Pierce on Thursday for their individual hearings. De Oliveira, the Mar-a-Lago's property manager, has been indicted with Trump's longtime aide, Nauta, for allegedly attempting to delete security footage of them, moving around classified documents to hide from federal authorities.
Peanut allergies are one of the food groups that causes the most allergies with kids. But a study shows that oral immunotherapy may help children combat the peanut reaction. CNN's Mandy Gaither has more on the research.
It's one of the most common causes of severe allergy attack. Peanut allergies can affect all aspects of a child's life.
They can spend a lot of time worried about having a true allergic, life-threatening allergic reactions. So it can be really difficult for these kids.
Dr. Sandra Hong with Cleveland Clinic says food allergies can also lead to isolation, even bullying.
We can't have parties in the classroom anymore, or we're not allowed to have the really fun treats anymore because there's someone who has a milk allergy or a peanut allergy.
Hong is one of the authors of a study researching how oral immunotherapy may help. It's a therapy where researchers expose young children under the age of 1 who have been diagnosed with a food allergy to the food to which they're allergic.
We get very tiny amounts slowly built up into their system, and we need to do it in our offices.
Hong says of the children who took part in their peanut oral immunotherapy study, 91% ended up being able to tolerate large amounts of peanuts without a severe reaction. She says the rest were still able to be exposed to multiple peanuts at a time. Researchers believe that means those children may not have to worry about accidental peanut exposures.
They are at an ice cream shop and they want to get ice cream, but as long as they avoid the peanut containing ones, they'll be able to tolerate small amounts of contamination.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
On October 13th, 1775, the Continental Congress officiated the first U.S. naval force, marking today the Navy's 248th birthday. The Navy's roots dates back to the American Revolution with hopes to attack British commerce. What started as just 2 ships and a crew of 80 men at the time of its inception has evolved into more than 340,000 active duty personnel and 71,000 reservists.
The Panthers got 41 shots on goal in their season opener, which makes their final score a little surprising.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
The thing I was looking forward to is the haunted houses. Like, we seen you guys on Instagram, we were like, dang, they haunted houses look like legit. I said, we gotta go check them out.
When you're looking for a good scare, go no further than South Florida. Stick around, we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Really use a new tablet. I just don't have the money.
Let me ask you something. Do you have a Pell Grant?
Yes.
You do know you can get a free tablet, right?
Did you say free?
Yeah, free. It's simple. And the application is done in the store.
I could really use a tablet.
Go get one. Another satisfied customer. Stop by Panthertech in the Graham Center at FIU MMC today to speak with one of our associates to get your free tablet.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
It's Fright Night. Sure, Halloween is a couple of weeks away, but it's Friday the 13th today. Some people will tell you that you have to go to Orlando if you really want the haunted house experience.
But as Caplin's Christina J. Harris reports, there are plenty of scares here in South Florida.
Living in South Florida and looking for some scary October activities, House of Horror is hosting their 21st annual Haunted Carnival. Located at International Mall in Doral, House of Horror is a great way to celebrate your Friday the 13th. Until October 31st, check out House of Horror's best attractions, the haunted houses, and most importantly, the food.
Oh man, the best part have been the food for sure. That's always the best part. I feel you come out here and you always get some good food, right? You got the pizza, you got the snacks, you got my favorite, arepa con queso. It's good, it's amazing. I loved it. The whole thing, the whole experience has been amazing.
The most rewarding thing would probably be the food. You know, I like food. You know what I'm saying? You gotta feed me. You know what I'm saying?
I think the thing I was looking forward to is the haunted houses. Like, we seen you guys on Instagram, we were like, dang, you know, they haunted houses look like legit. I said we gotta go check them out. So that's what I came for.
Yes, the thing I was looking forward to was definitely the haunted houses. Yeah, I went last year. Yeah, we went in one.
Like, how was it?
Yeah, it was scary.
It was.
She was holding on to me the whole time.
I think I sucker punched one of them by accident. I don't remember, man.
As you can see around me, this is the perfect place for a little spooky season fun. But I'm not scared at all.
Since it's my first time here, I've been so surprised that many people from different places have been coming to me for asking for photos and everything. And just because I'm dressing like this and celebrating something that is totally fun for me.
Whether you're coming here with your friends, significant other, or your family, House of Horror is the perfect way to get your scare on. I'm Christina J. Harris reporting for Caplin News.
It was the first game of the season for the Florida Panthers, and let's just say it was not a good start for the Panthers. Despite 41 shots on goal, including 10 by star Matthew Tkachuk, the Panthers did not score a single goal. Final score, Wild 2, Panthers 0. The Panthers face the Jets in Winnipeg tomorrow at 4:00 p.m. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend.
Oh, you're seeing the website today.
Wow. You want to see some photos of him that I took?
Normally I see the website.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Samantha Gutierrez.
And I'm Julian Davis. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.